This morning, there are new signs investors are nervous about a possible government default. Fidelity Investments sold all of its short-term government debt. Fidelity said Wednesday the move is a precautionary measure. American Express chairman Ken Chenault is one of the country's top executives. He told CBS Evening News' anchor Scott Pelley the impact will be immediate and dramatic if Congress does not raise the debt ceiling.
What we're talking about is a default. Is the first time in 237 years, the history of this country, that the United States would not pay its bills. What that means is the government does not stand behind its word, and the confidence in our financial system would be severely eroded. This would be catastrophic.
But some Republicans do not agree. On Monday, Senator Tom Coburn downplayed the impact when he spoke with us.
I would dispel the rumor that is going around that you hear on every newscast that if we don't raise the debt ceiling, we will default on our debt. We won't. We'll continue to pay our interest. We'll continue to redeem bonds, and we'll issue new bonds to replace those. So that it's not entirely accurate.
Former investment banker Bill Cohen is the author of 3 best-selling books about Wall Street. Welcome.
Thank you, Charles.
So here we have a leading CEO saying catastrophic, and we have a senator from Oklahoma saying, well, not maybe.
Well, I used to think Senator Tom Coburn actually made some sense as far as a Republican senator was concerned. But now, as I guess Representative Reed Ribble in Wisconsin said earlier this week, it's crazy talk. This is crazy talk. Ken Chenault is absolutely right. It would be catastrophic. When you incur bills, Charlie and Nora, and you don't pay for them, that's simple. You don't get good credit, and that's a disaster for this country.
Here is a column, the lead story in the New York Times today says business groups see loss of sway over House GOP. One of the reasons that business has not spoken out and markets haven't moved, it is said, is because they cannot believe a default would take place. If they start believing it, markets will collapse, and will that have the impact on the Republicans?
Well, you're right that there are some on Wall Street, some Wall Street analysts who've gone around saying the last few days that there's zero chance of this actually happening. But I don't think that's true. I put it closer to 50-50. And I think it might actually take a 1,000-point drop in the Dow to get people's attention. And I believe that actually could happen. And I think it's a result of these businessmen who happen to also be Republicans, Wall Street guys, many of them happen to be Republicans, who aren't having the sway that they're used to with all their money that they're spending and with all the influence that they have. They're not having sway.
What about this talk about a short-term increase in our borrowing limit? I mean, it seems, again, that the only opening we have is another short-term fix.
I mean, the death by 1,000 cuts, Nora. I mean, why do they want to fix it on a short-term basis so we get to go through all this again? I mean, short-term interest rates are already backing up, and you know, we're already questioning the ability of the U.S. government to stand behind its debts.
Why do you go ahead?
Oh, well, I was just saying, what about the world reaction? I mean, I've been watching this. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Well, it's embarrassing for us. It shows us maybe we're like a kind of a banana republic, which is not the kind of image that we want to give in the world. Besides, we get a huge competitive advantage because people want to invest in our country. They want the Chinese are our largest creditor because they think we're the safest creditor nation. Yeah. And if we're putting into question, then we're going to cause ourselves. It's going to hurt ourselves in the long run.
And those people around the globe know that if there is default, it will affect their own economy as the recession in 2008 affected their economy.
This will be a colossal global recession that we will just offset, just as we're getting our feet back on the ground.
All right.
Not smart at all.
Bill Cohen, thank you.
My pleasure.